Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CMAtics video session 124. So basically in today's video, we will actually go through one shortcut technique where, with that technique, you can actually convert a data flow to recipe. As I told you, there are a lot of advantage of using the recipe over data flow. And definitely as time progresses, it's better that, you actually get a complete hang of using the recipe. However, what I will show you is one shortcut technique where if you're having certain existing data flows already in your system, you can directly convert that to recipe. But there are some demerits point as well. Demerits in the sense there are some disadvantage, but again with every Salesforce release, both advantages can be taken care of. So as of now, okay, so I can definitely mention some of the things which probably is not working that much well. So yeah, basically for this summer 25 we will check as per this summer 25 release, whatever is there, we will check how it is, certain things can be a disadvantage which you have to take care of, okay, nothing else. And other than that, mostly it will help you out, okay. So if we go to this analytics studio, we go to data manager, and in this manage data flow, if you go to this recipes and data flow and recipe section, so under data flow, if you see, you have this button, okay, where you have this option called convert to recipe, okay. So whatever data flow we have built, if we just convert that to recipe, it will get converted, fine. So let me just click on this. Now as you can see over here, this was my session one, okay. So if I open this session one, this is how the session one was, where I have taken certain accounts, contacts, opportunity, I've put some filter and all, right. So that is something which can, you see, easily got converted into recipe, okay. There's no issue over here if I click on this data section. So that is the thing, here it is completely fine. And yeah, you can just save this if you want, you can just save this once, okay. And you can refresh this and check the previous. Usually it works out, not an issue. So what happens is automatically whatever nodes you had, automatically that gets converted by this filter node, okay. That is completely fine. And similarly, if we open the free session 2, free session 2, I think most of the things are from digest node, which is fine. So if I just convert that, that will also get converted. But I think right now it won't run anyhow because I haven't, like run this particular sync for a long time. Okay, but automatically this will get converted. Okay, to the appropriate nodes. Fine. And if I open the free session 3, so yeah, here also, for example, we have a lot of filter and register node which will easily get converted as well. And if I just click on that convert to recipe, and on this free session 4 also we have this append node, okay. So maybe I can try this out once for this free session 4, how it works out, how that append node gets, because we have a new node over there called append. However, I may not run that recipe because it will throw an error. As I told you, the data sync for the external connection has not been done for a long time, but as you can see here, like, this automatically converts that, okay. So that's one thing. And also, as I told you in one of that session, that that one stage of data flow over here is that at one go you can append all the nodes through one append node, but in recipe you have to go for more and more append nodes, as you can see over here. But yeah, that is converted, okay. So that is same thing, like with the append node also it can be converted, fine. And if I open the free session 5, here it is more like an augment node, okay. So for this augment node, this is file section, which is fine. Maybe I can just utilize the augment node, which we have actually done properly in one of the things. I guess it is in 5 only, if I'm not wrong. Okay, we have this augment node, right, for this account and opportunity. So what I will do is, firstly I will convert this free session 5 into recipe, and I will show you like how that gets automatically converted through join type. So if you just click on this convert to recipe for the free session 5, so as you can see here, of course, for the account for opportunity that they have done, and also for this account and opportunity, automatically they have done all the augment node itself, via that joiner. So it will be a lookup value, lookup multiple value, which is already done. Okay, and similar part is done over here where I've taken the left opportunity right account. And this is a lookup signal value. Okay, they have already taken care of the join keys and everything. So automatically, as you see the augment node which we have, that gets converted. Okay, so that is also another beautiful thing. Now comes the main part. What where we have issue is usually dealing with derived fields. Okay, so usually there are certain syntax which doesn't match when you convert any data flow session where you have a lot of derived fields, okay, where you make use of this compute expression or compute relative. It becomes a bit challenging because the functions are a bit different in the sense that certain spelling things are a bit here and there, which we already discussed when we were discussing on that function difference between the data flow and recipe. Okay, so for example, for this free session 6, if I just convert this to recipe. Okay, so this is the things which I converted. As you can see, I already get to see one error, okay, over here. So, and you can see here there are a lot of errors and warnings. Fine. So what happens is basically here it just automatically does all the things for you. But the thing is that the year in fiscal year will be ignored. I mean, that is fine. This is a warning thing, which is fine. Okay, so a few warnings we can ignore because that is just a warning, which is there in yellow. But a few things are there with red, I guess. Yeah, something like with this. Okay, so what happens is you have to ensure that whatever timestamp you are calling, you have to call the proper timestamp. Okay, so that and ensure that is the proper functions so that those errors can be properly negotiated or rectified. Okay, so again this is a whole process in itself where you have to ensure that you understand like what are the formats, what is invalid, and what will be the issue. So when it comes to converting a data flow to recipe through that option, what you have to ensure is, for example, if I just take this example, okay, substring null. So basically it's written substring id null. Fine. And what I can do is I can remove these extra things which are already there. Okay. And after that I can click on apply. Okay, if I click on apply right now, wrong number of functions arguments at line 1 column 7 section. So let's take how this function comes over here, substring. So this is how I think we have to put it. So basically the position and then optional. So here it should be, okay, so instead of single quotes, you shouldn't put the single quotes over here. Okay, so whatever, when we converted that to recipe, instead of single quotes, you just have to put this id as it is. Now if you click on apply, it will basically work out for you. Wrong number. Okay. Wrong number of functions are using. Okay. Now let's unsave it, which is fine, and let's refresh this. Okay, some of that didn't get said, but what I mean to say is, this is a very common thing when you convert to recipe. So we have anyhow walked through this, like how we can ensure that we put a proper syntax, okay, in each of those. That is fine, but that is one major issue where if there are certain derived fields, like especially for compute node and computative, you have to be a bit careful when you convert that, and you have to ensure that you make it. I mean, with the augment and discount, that is completely fine. That won't give much of a stress. Okay. Yeah, for example, with this free session 18, if you now directly convert this, right, hopefully there can be certain issues. So here, like for example, if I just go for convert to recipe. Now, as you can see here also, we have a lot of warnings and errors. So if I open one of them, you can see, right, like because we were dealing with tails, the type of field needs to be reviewed. The default values in node formula can be converted. Then this case when, okay, so we have this function called lag and lead, right? We don't have this function called previous one. We have to go for lag and lead function. So I think here it will be lag. So that's why it's not able to do that. So what is happening is, as you can see here, like this one, we have already walked through like how that previously used as lag in one of the session. I won't walk through in this session. But the fact I want to tell you is that, when you are dealing with any derived fields, when you are using compute expression, compute relatives, and that part, if you directly convert, that cannot be done. You have to review a lot of issues like this. You have to review a lot of errors, and then you have to actually ensure that it is being rectified. So in that case, it's better you write that formulas yourself. Okay, you have to make it a practice to ensure write the formulas yourself. Right? So that is the main issue over there. And other than that, I think rest of the things are fine. Okay, so if you are using like all these nodes which are there, let's quickly cross check. Yeah, for example, this is more like an augment node where we are using that but this one also we can easily convert to a recipe. So for this free session 9 also, if we convert this to recipe, it will easily get converted without showing much issues. We convert this. Yeah, as you can see beautifully that got converted. Okay, so if I just save this, it won't throw any error. I can run this as well. Fine. And we did free session 10 very quickly. We can check the free session 10. This will also get converted. This flattened node function is okay. So ultimate expression, that is fine. It's one of the issues which will be there, or this flatten can be done automatically. So if I just click on this free session 10 as well to convert to recipe, it will get converted. Fine. As you can see, it easily got converted. I can save this as well. Fine. So that flatten will make the use of transform node. And yeah, that is the thing. Let us quickly go through the other. So this one also will be done, not an issue. The free session 11, okay, is the same like the previous one. For the free session 12 also, this will get, this update node will get converted as well. So if I just click on this update node, convert to recipe, it will automatically convert that to update node. Okay, and in the meanwhile, let's check others as well. So we have this 13. This is also fine. This will get easily converted. We have made use of the dataset builder. We have this 14. This is nothing but time to measure. So time to measure also, it will get converted. So if I click on this 14 to change to recipe, easily get converted. Okay. And finally, we have the 15th, which is this one. This export is fine. We can make use of that CSV note. Okay. So that one we don't use. As you can see, this update got converted recipe as well as this side to measure where they are using this transform node. Okay. To convert that. So yeah, that's the thing. Basically, what I mean to say is when you're dealing with derived fields, you have to ensure that when you're using this convert to recipe option, everything will be mismatched and you have to rectify that. Okay. So that's the thing about this solution. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, let's meet very soon in our next video. Thank you.